Hi everybody, my name is Lily and welcome to today's video. I'm trying out a different angle. It's slightly higher than what I usually do so you guys are not seeing the fact I'm crisscrossed applesauce on my bed. I still have my iPad though, it's right here, though it's gonna be kind of weird now. I kind of look down, you guys can't really see what I'm doing. That's besides the point. Today I want to talk about my top, I believe, 15 events that I am anticipating for acen 2025. I started off by just listing out everything I liked. Obviously I can't go to every single one of these. Even the ones I have listed on here, I can't go to all of these. I'm going to a couple of them, but not all of them. It seems like a very small percentage I'm going to. But after a while, I realized this would get way too long if I did every single one, so I cut it down to like the best 15 in my opinion. But of course, there are plenty of other events that I did not put down that are going to be amazing. For example, I do not have any of the 18 plus events down on this just because I want to keep this a little bit more family friendly. That way everybody can go to these, but there are a ton of 18 plus events that I am also super excited for. Most of these are from Friday. That's kind of like the bulk day I've noticed with the most events happening. But then there's also a couple on Saturday and Sunday for you guys. And I hope this will help you guys plan out your weekend a little bit better because I think these are going to be really fun. And all of these events, by the way, take place in the live events area. Which, if I remember correctly from last year when I only went to one of these events. It was a Pokemon... It was some sort of... No, it's not Pokemon. It was Nintendo... Jeopardy, I want to say. I think it was Nintendo Jeopardy, and I loved it. It was so great, and this one team just decimated everybody else. Shout out to them, honestly. One of them was a Mario cosplayer, and the other was not a cosplayer, I believe, but both of them knew everything there was to know about Nintendo. One of them knew about every single Pokemon by heart, and it was scary. They destroyed the competition. It was sad, but also really cool. But live events area are these different rooms, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they're these big rooms they go into like two different sides. It's a whole thing. You'll see it on the map. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. It's been a year since I went. That was my first time last year as well. That's where all these are. So I'm just gonna give you guys the number for each of these live events areas. The first one I have is Friday 10:30 to 11:30, which is how I educate educators about anime, which is in live events 13. This is one of the first events of the con. Other than the opening ceremony, and I think this one's going to be incredibly interesting. I don't think I managed to fit this one into my schedule, sadly, but bringing up anime and things like video games into school I think is a pretty important topic. When I was in high school, my film teacher was actually discussing bringing, I believe it was something related to video games, into English class. I think it's meant to be something about the history of video games, or it was something in order to bring more, modern ideas to English and not just the old books from hundreds of years ago that no kid really likes to read. I liked reading them. I thought 1984 was great. I read that book for fun, but I know a lot of people didn't. And I feel like it's just a very important topic to talk about, how we can bring these more modern things that people like into the school system to help and, try and actually promote real education that students want to enjoy. Because even though I know I absolutely adored school with all my heart and soul, I loved learning, even if it wasn't my most interesting topics, no one else was like that. I was the only one. I was the only one who liked school and was actively excited to learn. Everyone else just wanted to graduate on time. But me, I was like, oh yeah, no, I love this. So I think that one's gonna be fun. There are also formal dance lessons from 12 to 2 in live events 10. Also incredibly excited for this one. I'm pretty sure it's a drop-in thing, and if you are by yourself, you don't have to worry. On the thing, it does say that they will be switching out partners. This one I felt was just too long, and I don't think I can eat enough in order to sustain myself for the whole day, and I felt like something like this would completely put me in a calorie deficit, because a big issue for me, especially with going out for long-term things, is food. That's why in one of my last videos where I talked about my guide to acen, to carb load, because I personally will probably not be able to eat a lot while I'm there, and if you're like me and you have texture issues with food, you probably will be the exact same way. So these formal dance lessons had to be cut for that reason, just because for my own personal health, I do have issues with passing out. I've had since I was a kid. It's because of iron deficiencies. I am taking vitamins for it, but still, it's just too risky for me. But it will be tons of fun, I can already tell, and I love dancing, and I hope I get to see it from afar. There's that. There is also a anime opening and ending bingo, Friday from 1 to 2, live events 15. I love bingo, I'll be honest. I am Hispanic. My family plays loteria basically at every single party. I love bingo, plus a lot of these different events, especially Jeopardy, they'll have prizes, and I like prizes. I love prizes. I love getting things. My room is a mess right now. I actually have to get rid of things, trying to not fall into the overconsumption habit, but there is bingo from, I think, 1 to 2. After that, there is Cosplayers OSHA, which is a panel about keeping things safe with your DIYs. Also very fun. I really like the different cosplaying panels. There's one actually not on here that I really wish I'd put on here. I didn't see it earlier when I was doing this. I'm honestly got shocked I didn't see it again. I believe it's on Friday. I hope they didn't get rid of it, but they might have. Which is a person who's never won a single cosplay competition in their life talking about cosplay competitions. And it's that I forget the exact name of the panel, but that one sounded like it would be really fun. I don't know the time or the place, but I believe it's on Friday. But Cosplayers OSHA is in live event 16 from 1:30 to 2:30 if you want to go. After that, we have the good, the bad, and the ugly for anime endings. I believe it's specifically talking about the very end, not like ending songs. I believe it's talking about the actual endings to anime. And that one's Friday, 3:30 to 4:30, and live event's 12. That one is also a prize, by the way. I believe there's a prize. I'm pretty sure it says it on there. If your suggestion gets chosen to like watch, then you get a prize. I don't really know why that needs a prize, but I mean, a prize. Who doesn't love free things? I love free things. I'll take any free thing I can get my hands on. If it's free, I'll take it. Personally, if I was there, I don't know if I'm gonna go to that one. I haven't decided yet. I know someone's gonna break up Attack on Titan. And I will be mad because Attack on Titan is a great ending and I love it and I don't care about what anybody else says. I know everybody was super mad and hated it, but I felt it was just so realistic and such a human ending to have to such an incredible anime. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna have to talk about that another day. The Drag Race. I'm so excited for the Drag Race. I'm so excited. It's from Friday, 6 to 8, live events 1, which I believe is actually the Hyatt Hotel itself. Because some of these live events areas are in the entertainment space, and the other ones are in the Hyatt, which is like the main hotel for the convention center. It's directly attached. And I'm so excited. My college has a drag race every year, and I cannot go because it interferes with work. So this is my chance to go to a drag race because it is just so much fun. If you guys have never been to like a drag competition or never seen drag up close, it is just the most fun thing ever. I know some people think it's controversial or mistaken it for other things and like this, but it's so much fun. It's a performance, okay? Men have been dressing up as women for hundreds of years in theater. Like, there was a point where women were not even allowed in the theater, so they would just have the men dress up as the females, and the ones who had not gone through puberty would be the ones to play those parts. So this is not a new thing. It's just a lot more colorful now with lots of glitter, and I love it. And it's just so much fun, and they do things I could never do. After that, there's the A&B contests from 6 to 8:30, and live events 2. Sadly, this interferes with the drag competition, so you might have to pick and choose. Or you could split it up because there is 30 minutes extra for the A&B contest. And that was going to be fun because it's voting. And if you decide to go to the drag race, though, instead, there is a re-showing of the winners, I believe, of the finalists on Saturday. Which I do not have the time for that, but that does exist. That's going to be a ton of fun. If you guys don't know what AMV is, at least according to what I remember, it's when people put, songs and they put little... It's basically a really long edit. And they're typically pretty cool. I mean, I personally love anime edits. I'm addicted to them. I love watching them. The effort people put into them is incredible. And AMVs are just longer versions of that. It's supposed to be pretty cool. And let me just say, I did not realize how big acen was into AMVs. Every day there's multiple different AMV events, including one that I did not put on here also. How do I keep on missing these? Which is Saturday. Which is I Will Lock You in a Room, where you have to stay for the entire time of watching extremely bad AMVs, and if you do, you get a prize. And that one sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I have to just sit there. That one just seems tons of fun, but there's a ton of AMV stuff into that. Finally, for Friday, I have the soap bubble from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. I believe this is different from the formal, which is happening, I believe, on Saturday. I believe this one's free. I didn't see anything extra about it when I was buying tickets. But it's basically just the big party they have every year. It's in live events 1, so it'll take place after the drag race. That's why they start at 10 p.m. and not earlier, because they have to set up and all that. I don't know if I'm gonna go to that. I might, but frankly, big parties have not always been my thing. I'm more of a next to the music than in the music kind of person, just because it gets too loud and I get too overstimulated and it's a whole thing. But if you're into that, go to that. The soap bubble up here is always fun. Saturday, I have 5 events I see here on my list. And I only have 2 for Sunday. Not a lot's happening Sunday, I'll be honest with you guys. That's kind of the closing day. That's gonna be my day to shop, I'll be honest. I don't think I want to wear a cosplay that day just because I want to relax on the last day. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding. I know for a fact on Saturday I plan to wear my Albedo cosplay. If you have not seen that, I did it on a previous video, as well as I also got the wig working. I figured it out and it's all good. I did have to kind of cut off a little bit just because it was not the best, but it looks fine now. It looks good. I figured it out. It's not the perfect wig, but it works. I'm still a fledgling cosplayer. I mostly just do accessories right now, so most of it's just bought, but I'm excited for that. But on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and live event 16, there it is, Anime Jeopardy. That's all I wrote down. I feel like there was probably more to that other than just normal Anime Jeopardy. It might have been Anime Openings Jeopardy, but it's Anime Jeopardy. And I love Jeopardy so much. Once again, I went to the Nintendo Jeopardy last year, and that was a ton of fun. So I'm gonna do this again because I love anime. And if you're going to acen, you probably also love anime. There is also on Saturday, 12:30 to 2, and live events 9, Art and Science in Cells at Work, which is talking about like the science behind cells at work. You don't know what that is. It's a really fun anime about the inside of the human body, and there's the little platelets, and they're adorable, and there's all these different things, and it's a really fun anime, and I think talking about the science behind it is extremely educational. You'll notice there's a bunch of educational stuff I have on here. Once again, I am a nerd for learning, so that is on there. I also have The Good, Bad, and the Ugly again. That was on here before, yeah, but specifically for anime openings, and I don't know if this is talking about like the songs or the actual openings to an anime, like the first episode, but once again, it should be really fun. Saturday, 1 to 2, and live events 10. Next up is another kind of science-based one, which is Health and Medicine in Anime, which is from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. and live events 9. And I feel it's pretty self-explanatory. Goes one behind it, talking about it. I think that one will be pretty interesting. Finally, for Saturday, the thing I'm the most excited for probably out of everything, and that is Masquerade from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. in live events 1. If you guys don't know what Masquerade is, I'm pretty sure I did not know. I just knew they had the anime, the cosplay competition every year. It's called Masquerade, I believe. I believe this is it. If not, I need to figure out which one it actually is, but I'm pretty sure this is the cosplay competition, which I am just so excited for. I want to see all the cosplays. I was considering entering my boyfriend into it, but he has major stage fright, and I don't know if I can get his cosplay done in time. I'm still trying to make it. After I'm done with my bulk recording for today, I have to continue doing it. Today the plan is to start either spray painting or oil painting his chest piece, as well as bulking it up a little bit more. Because I'm not trying to make it the biggest like 3D thing, but I want to at least look a little bit good. The hardest thing for me is with this cosplay is definitely going to be like little details for Helldiver armor. I don't know if I have a good hand for that, but we will have to see, and hopefully I can get it done. But there's still a lot I have to do for it, and I definitely should have worked on it beforehand, but I've been busy with college, so I could not. I barely finished my wings in time. But they're done, so that's good at least. But I'm going to do my best to try and finish it, because I don't want to leave a cosplay unfinished. And this is my first time actually making a cosplay. In worst case scenario, we'll pretend like he's doing Disney bounding, but for Helldivers. So there's that. Finally, my last 2 events are on Sunday. The first one being con-proofing your cosplay from 2 to 3 and live events 11. I feel like they should have had that one on the first day, but I guess it'll help you for the next year, especially if you're not going to cosplay this year, which I think it's really fun. I think you should at least wear some merch. It's fun. It's great. A little bit pricey though if it's not already in your budget. And I want to go to this one, but I don't know if I am. I don't know if I remember if I have time or not, just because once again, this will be my first time cosplaying at a con. Typically I only cosplay for Halloween, and even that's always bought. I'm finally getting into making stuff for myself, but I'm starting off with accessories, so like wings. I think this is my second time cosplaying. I did the Ren Fair. I was a big mushroom girl, and I had a big mushroom hat that I made. The rest of it was thrifted. But I'd like to learn how to better con-proof my cosplay, because I'm a little bit nervous. I did attach my wings through Velcro, and it is a little bit kind of weird, the shade. I'm trying to figure out how to make it a little bit better. That one should be good. And then finally, they have Anime Family Feud from Sunday 2 to 3:30 and live events 12. It's Family Feud. It's the same exact format, but it's anime based. And honestly, that just sounds amazing. So those are my top 15 acen events, as well as I put in a couple extra there. But of course, go through the guidebook and see what you like. There are so many other events I did not cover. Of course, there's also Artist Alley every day. There's gonna be someone doing chalk art every day, I believe, or at least the first 2 days. I didn't see on Sunday. There's wargaming, tabletop, there's a manga library. There is so much to do at acen. Those are just kind of the events I'm most looking forward to. So go ahead and go out there and plan and have so much fun at acen. I know I will. I'm so excited. That's why I keep on making videos. I'm kind of on like a train right now. Just pushing through more videos because of how much I love it, and I have to get out, I believe, 13 more videos for until acen. I originally had this plan to do 20 before acen a while ago, but then I took a break from YouTube to focus on school, and now I'm back, so I kind of have to do them out. I have to do like 3 a day, but it's fine. I can do it. I only have to make like, what, 9 videos today? That's nothing. Thankfully, editing only takes me about 10 minutes, so. And if each video is only around 15 minutes long, that's 25 minutes per video. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's go up like 30 minutes per video. Let's just times 9. Let me see here. Oh god, I should not do that math right now. It's going to be, I believe, 4.5 hours I have to do this for. That's okay, though. That's okay. That's a lot of time. I'm going to do some shorter videos, I think, to try and help my sanity a little bit. But that is all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys at acen. It is going to be so much fun, and I will see you guys in the next video.